Hi everybody and welcome to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts ARNE and CARLOS, and today we are going to be talking about our latest designs for Rowan.
Yeah, a new winter collection.
New winter collection. This year we are a little bit later than usual. Rowan usually launches all its collections in August, but because of COVID-19 everything got delayed about a month. So now in September of 2020 we are excited to reveal all the designs, and we can't wait for you to see all the wonderful photographs that were done at our house. Well, not at our house, but
around the house.
Around the house. Rowan came to Norway to shoot the collection.
Yeah. And the inspiration for this collection is old Norwegian rose paintings and wood carvings.
Yes.
Like everything is from our culture.
Yeah.
And most of the things we found in books like this is Norwegian folk art. So I just like these rose paintings. Mm-hmm. You can find them on furniture,
plates. This is probably a wooden plate or something,
or a bowl.
Or a bowl, yes.
So, and all these things you can find them in old houses in Norway, and also on artifacts for the house.
And we we don't create mood boards. Well, we do, but right now we're not creating mood boards. Every collection is different, and we work differently with every kind of design process that we are in. And I think that for this particular collection we were more interested in looking at details. We love the swirls, right? The kind of round shapes. And we like looking at all the little details that you can find in a piece like that. And then from that, develop the collection.
We also looked at the old state churches. Mm-hmm. So like in this book, there are also like a lot of rose paintings and wood carvings.
Wood carvings, yes.
So this collection has a lot of details from old rose paintings that you find in normal houses, mm-hmm. and then also from the churches.
Yeah.
So
just a quick recap on rose painting and exactly what it is. So Norway historically was a rural society, agriculture and farms, right? And would I be correct in saying, Arne, that every single farm has at least one piece of furniture that is rose painted? Traditional old farms?
I think especially if you go in the Gudbrandsdalen area and maybe in Telemark.
Yeah, the area where you come from, Gudbrandsdalen.
I think most old farms has something. Even in our house, we have some pieces.
What do you mean, even in your house?
I
mean, your farm.
No, I mean our house, not the farmhouse.
Yeah. But if you're looking at traditions, your farmhouse has several cabinets which are rose painted, and they are from the 18th and 19th century.
Or these old wooden balls.
Yes.
Things they use. Yeah. So now it's for decoration. In the old days, they used them.
Yeah, and in Norway, as a rural society, there were not many big cities around in Norway, and kind of like the wealth in Norway was out in the farms, and still Norway was not one of those superpowers historically like Sweden was, for example. So while Sweden and maybe even Denmark had their Baroque period, where they had beautiful Baroque furniture, in Norway, this is kind of called the poor man's Baroque furniture, and it's because it's painted on surfaces. It's not carved. It's not intricate like these, beautiful pieces that you would see in furniture in big cities in Europe. So this is kind of like a style that developed in Norway and kind of spread throughout the Norwegian society of the rose painting.
And they also had like these wood carvings where they made the carving and then they painted on top of the carving. So it's beautiful.
Yes, and then of course the carving and the rose painting also spread to textiles. A lot of our folk costumes today have embroidery. This is a good one. Because this one here could actually be an embroidery on one of the folk costumes for women on the dresses. Right?
Yeah, and this is from panel.
Yes.
Painted panel.
But it could have been an embroidery. It could be carved and then painted. It could have been carved in wood and just kept as it was. It could have been painted on wood, or also painted on ceramics.
Yeah. So there's a lot of these acanthus. Is that English?
Yes,
word?
the acanthus,
The acanthus.
and the swirls and the curves, and that's what we really like, and that's what we kind of focused on for this collection.
So the influence from the Baroque.
Yes,
Yeah.
well,
Or the
from
Norwegian
the Norwegian poor
rose
man's
painting inspired of the Baroque.
Yeah. So shall we start showing a few pieces?
Yep.
I would propose we start with an easy one, which is actually not the swirls and the rose painting, but it's a scarf. And we've done this scarf many times. It's a very simple. It's garter stitch. You knit back and forth, and then you shape or you make the fringes as you go along, so you don't have to weave in any ends.
Because you knit and you cut.
Yes, super easy, and this is done in Kidsilk Haze. I think it's double Kidsilk Haze.
Yeah, it's 2 ends of the Kidsilk, and then we like to play with these blocks of color inspired of the fabric. In the old days, they used the fabric on
bed covers,
pillows, mattresses.
Yes, it could also be woven and used in intricate belts in folk costumes in Telemark called beltestakken. And we thought that it would be great to include a scarf like this in this collection as well. We had one last year, and this is this year's. The colors are more inspired by the color palette that we worked with for this collection. And the name of this scarf is Dreng. And Dreng is actually a name of a man's name, but it also means a boy.
A boy.
In
it's also in
Norwegian.
Danish.
And Danish, yes.
A dreng.
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 Yes.
Is a little boy.
But we have to emphasize that this particular collection is unisex.
Yeah. So there's many sizes.
Yes.
Yes. So that's the first piece.
That's the first piece. A very easy one to knit, and I find the color palette quite lovely.
It's so strange to talk about winter clothing because we're like it's summer.
Still, yes.
Still in my head, it's still summer. Next piece.
Next piece. Let's go to. How about some wood carving from some beautiful stave churches in Norway?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's this one.
So this is the one we're going to show.
This is made in felted tweed, and the pattern on the shoulders and the sleeves are inspired of some wood carvings we saw on a picture from a stave church in Norway. It looks like these. It's like circles going into each other. It wasn't quite as it didn't look exactly like this in the church. So this is our how do you call that?
Our version of the swirls and the wood carving. Yes.
It was inside the church on I think it's called gallery. Is that the right word? Yeah.
I like the idea of I think it's actually on backwards. There we go.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does actually.
Okay.
There we go. This is the front, and then what you saw was the back. I like the idea of the detail only on the sleeve, and then going across the back like that, and then down the other sleeve. And the colors. This is one of my favorite felted tweed colors.
That's really nice.
Yes.
And I like the way we place the pattern, because normally when you see for normal knitwear, there's always the pattern on top, or is like all over, or just on the top. But when it goes up the sleeves like this, it's kind of a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to find other ways of using patterns, not only the same thing.
And because this is Rowan, it is all knitted in a flat. So you've got a front panel, you've got a back panel, and you've got the sleeves which are shaped. And I do have to say, even if Norwegians love knitting on the round, it's more efficient and it's quicker. Knitting a garment flat in different pieces, you can't beat good shaping and good fitting when you do it like this.
It's more like pattern construction, because
tailoring.
we're actually, it's tailoring. But then again, this one you won't make on the round, because the pattern is only on this side and not on the inside. So this, even in Norway, you will make this flat.
Not the sleeves, but theoretically we
could make this like on the round.
Until there, yes.
And then you make the sleeve flat.
But anyway, if you want perfect...
But do it as the pattern say.
Yes.
Don't confuse yourself.
No, don't confuse yourself. And if you want a perfect fit, you need to knit everything flat and sew it together. Then it becomes a very tailored garment.
Because like in all way in Norway, we use the sewing machine and the scissor.
Yeah. But this is a tailored garment.
This is tailored.
And it's very beautiful. And we forgot to tell the name.
Yeah,
And now I'm a little bit in doubt if it's Göran or Joran.
Göran.
Göran. Okay, so there is an Ö in the name of this design, but because this is Rowan and they are British and they don't have that letter in their alphabet, it's now pronounced Joran, but it's actually Göran, which is also a Scandinavian name.
Yeah, and I think I met a woman named Göran, and there's also
Really?
a man's name.
Oh.
So I think Göran can be both for men and women, and
okay.
it fits the unisex collection.
Yes, because this is all unisex, so this has sizes across both genders.
You didn't think about that.
No, I actually didn't.
I had a surprise for you there. Okay, next.
Okay, so shall we keep to felted tweed?
Yeah.
So let's go to another design that we did in felted tweed. This one is called Birk. Birk is a very old Norwegian name, or a Scandinavian name, sorry.
Birk. Is that a girl or a man?
I think it could be both.
So this is also knitted in pieces because you have the intarsia on the front, and there's no pattern on the back. So this has to be made in pieces.
Yes.
And with a shaped arm top.
Yeah. Rowan felted tweed. Again, it's all about those swirls in the poor man's baroque, so the rose painting.
The acanthus.
And what we've been focused on for this collection is the detail. So, for example, looking at just a fragment of, looking at like a fragment of the rose painting and then enlarging it and trying to find a new kind of way to bring things together.
And there's a special system when you do rose paintings like that, because you have those acanthus swirls.
Yeah, swirls. And
so when you make a
curls.
swirl, you have to make another one, and it comes by itself more or less when you start doing it. And when you look at the inspiration, there's so many ideas you can use and you can transform.
Yeah. And, you know, while we're with the felted tweed, let's just do a final one in felted tweed. This is a cowl called board.
And this is actually a board in Norwegian.
Yes. So this is board, and it looks like this. And it's perfect for these times if you want to cover your face, right?
Cover up.
So cover up and stay healthy.
And this is the same pattern as on the sleeve.
Yeah, same pattern as on the sleeve. And yeah, board means also like the edging. Like for example, the edging of the here would be the board.
Yeah.
Like
but that's a man's name.
Yes.
The A with a dot. And
this,
they used it.
yes.
A with a dot.
Well, I used it.
Or you used it.
I think in the Rowan version it's bard.
Bard. Okay.
But you know, a Norwegian, a Swede would instinctively know it's an O, which is the A with a dot. And this is another one of those. I think this is one of the newer felted tweed colors, and I love this kind of
like
orangey red kind of color with some blue in it. It's gorgeous.
It's a good color.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've done the felted tweed. So, no, we haven't. We've got a few more. We've got a couple of mittens here, and these are called ARNE, A-U-N-E, and A-U in Norwegian is pronounced O. So ARNE.
ARNE. This has also the rose painting.
Yes.
And also a little bit of wood carving.
Yeah. There's a small one and a larger one. The small one is actually quite small for me, but it's perfect for a smaller hand.
And we like to have the stripes in other colors. It's a little bit more modern than having gray or just the same colors.
I would say it's actually both modern and vintagey at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's something that was done in the past, and now we're doing it again, but choosing, you know, colors to go with this collection.
You see, if you keep something for a long time, it comes back to fashion.
It always comes back.
So.
It always comes back, Arne.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've actually worked with a new yarn quality this year in Rowan that we haven't done before, and we're very happy with the results. It's the Alpaca Classic, and the Alpaca Classic does beautiful Fair Isle. It's beautiful when you mix the different colors together, and we've done a few striped pieces that have intarsia on them, and this is Ari.
And that's actually a version of my name, Arne.
Yes.
And it means eagle.
Yes. Ari spelled A-R-I.
So this has the stripes, but then you knit with the fourth color
Yes.
to make this.
So the stripes, you know, you knit the
compass.
stripes, and then once you get up here, you've got the swirls again from the rose painting and all that stuff, wood carving and so on.
And this yarn is really soft. It's really nice.
Yes.
This could be used in summer.
Oh yeah.
Summer
This is a great
evening in
summer
Norway.
piece here in Norway.
Or in somewhere in the world, if it's chilly in the evening, you can use this. You know, we went to Mexico and the old ladies were wearing knitted jackets in the evening.
Well, that was because it was in December. When
It was
actually-
warm. For
it was-
me, it was warm.
It was warm, but it was their winter. So if
Yeah.
you're not used to our winter,
Okay, that's true.
our summer would feel very cold.
But I found
and-
it really cool to see all these knitted
Yeah.
pieces
Oh yeah, absolutely.
in the heat.
Yeah. So anyway,
So, okay.
Ari, a striped cardigan with the swirls on top, which I think brings a quite nice effect. And then we also have a second version, which is Tiril. And I would say Tiril is more of a lady's name,
Yeah, that's a lady's name.
but they're all unisex, so the sizes are available for both genders, or no gender if you prefer.
We're not judging
No.
anyone.
So here you've got Tiril. Again, it's a striped cardigan, which also has the swirls, the rose painting kind of idea.
The same on the back. No, nothing on the back.
Nothing
on
on
this
the back. So this one is actually easier to knit. This one you knit the back in stripes, and then the front is done with the swirls. The sleeves are also only done with stripes. So it's actually only this top of the panel here where you need to do your intarsia, and then you sew everything together in the end so that it is
one.
perfectly
So this one is
tailored.
quicker than.
Than the
this
cardi,
one.
yes, absolutely.
And I really like the colors in this yarn.
Yeah,
They're so
colors are
strong
beautiful.
and beautiful.
And I'm very happy with the color combinations. I think that, I mean, we had an idea of a color palette, but I think that when we were looking at the wood carvings with paint on them, we became very, very inspired by those colors. And I think that when we've put it together, we've kind of done it in a modern, but still it's you can actually see the rose painting colors on, if
Yeah,
you
I think
picture a Norwegian style cabinet
Yeah.
with flowers on it.
You can actually find a lot of these colors in the old rose paintings.
Yep.
I think that's nice. We like colors.
We do, yes.
Next
so, yeah, you can leave it on for a while we talk about this hat.
Okay, sorry.
So this is
Too
one
quick.
yeah, too quick. Hang on, let's see what's. Oh, it's got all these kinds of tags.
That's boy.
Yes, this is Boye, another design from the collection, and this is the same technique that we developed last year that we called layered color work, and this is where you knit a layer on top a layer and create the design that way.
So you don't have to do normal color work. So if you think color work is hard, you should do layered
This is
color
easier,
work.
yeah. And here you've got the light blue from the Kidsilk Haze, which is layered on top of the felted tweed. It's a really nice color. I don't like wearing hats. I don't have a hat head, but you do.
I have a hat head.
Yeah. Just be careful though, there's a label inside. Yeah. There we go.
I'm ready for skiing.
You're ready for anything now with that hat.
Or I can be like on the beach surfing. Not really.
Yeah,
No, okay.
you could. Yeah, like those bumps, the beach bumps.
You're the surfer.
No, the surfers that are like in Australia, they surf and then they wear the beanies.
Yeah, in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's like summer and it's.
So if you're in Australia, make this
Yeah.
if you want to go to the beach.
Yeah, we saw them on
in the
Bondi
evening.
when we were there a few
Yeah.
years ago. Okay, now we can.
Not that we were in the water or surfing or anything, but we walked by Bondi.
Yes, and we saw the surfers. Okay. So
Next
a
one.
second cardigan in the collection.
This is also like details from rose painting, but on this one we just did the outline.
Yes, you can see it on the back.
See it better on this one. Like this is a huge flower,
Yeah.
and here's like the acanthus, and here's another one coming.
I like the idea of deconstruction when we talk about design. I like the idea of looking at something, breaking it down, taking it completely apart, and then building it up again in a different way. And in this case, when you have a beautiful pattern and you just enlarge it and make it huge, and take a fragment of that and put it in, you can get something very interesting in terms of design like this. Very unusual looking.
Yeah, because if you made the flowers smaller, it's like you've seen it before and it's a little bit too cute for our style.
Yeah.
So bigger is better.
Yeah. And the technique for this one is also the layered color work. So here you're knitting the cardigan in the felted tweed, and then you're adding the Kidsilk case on top of it according to the charts. Again, this is a seam together, knitted flat and then seamed together for a perfect fit, which we really love.
And when you see these old drawings of the wood carving and the rose painting, you have like the outline. It's more like a sketch for a rose painting than the other one.
Yeah, so when you put that next to this, if you do that, you really can see the idea in a way. Okay,
Cool.
so
Yeah.
we've got 2 more to go, and these are our favorites. So I guess we'll just put them on.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I have
Arne, shall you have
this one.
And I'll do this one here. So
This was actually very cool when we took the picture,
it's beautiful.
because we made this just out of our head, and we went to a neighbor farm where we live and we took pictures in their house, and they had a cabinet in one of the rooms with rose painting, and the colors were exactly the same. Even the pattern reminded us
Such a
about what we had
coincidence.
done on the sweater.
Yeah.
So I think that was so cool.
Yeah, it was a pure coincidence. Now,
This is a woman's size.
Yeah, I let Arne put that one on because he's shorter than me, and this sweater is too short on me because it's a woman's size.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I can wear it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it was a little too small for me, so I'm taller than Arne, and
So
bigger.
all Acanthus paintings.
So these are definitely our favorites. I love that on you. I love
Thank
the
you.
colors on you. Again, layered color work where we are knitting the main part of the sweater is the brown. That's the felted tweed. And then you have the different Kidsilk in orange, red, and blue,
Just
which
hanging.
is the layered color work. Again, inspired by enlarging these beautiful rose painting designs. And then, as you said, coincidentally, we found one while we were doing a shoot, and we're putting that picture on our blog. So if you go to ARNECARLOS.com and see the blog post on these sweaters, you will also see the amazing picture of the beautiful Teresa, the model, standing next to a cabinet. And it's purely coincidental. We did not see that coming when we walked into that location place.
Yeah, and the colors were
in Norway, and it was
exactly the same.
yeah. And we're going to be
that was so
posting.
cool.
We're going to also be posting more pictures from the collection on our blog. So go to ARNECARLOS.com and check today's blog post, and you'll see them there. And good for you all to know that Rowan actually came to us in Norway and shot the whole collection in our environment, which is amazing. And when we get a little bit closer to winter, we'll release a great photo of ourselves wearing these designs in the snow, which I'm sure you're going to enjoy seeing.
So tell us about this one.
Well, I talked about that one, so why don't you talk about this one? I can't see it.
Oh, this one is called Orion. That's a man's name, and it means a reindeer.
Which, incidentally...
Because a reindeer is Orion, and the man's name is Orion. So it's a reindeer. And the yarn is the...
Alpaca Classic?
Alpaca Classic. It's really, really nice.
I love
it's
this
very
sweater.
soft and nice. And the reindeer is we found on an old plate from Telemark. So that's the inspiration for this one.
Ceramics, but they have also this kind of rose painting, and then they have other incorporated kinds of symbols. So inspired by that, we did this.
And if you look at the horn, it can remind you about Acanthus in the rose paintings. So it's not so far from each other. And there's a lot of reindeers in old Norwegian tradition.
Yes.
So I found this one actually also.
Yeah, there you go.
From a stave church.
Yeah.
You have this reindeer.
So you have here the...
Or maybe it's a deer. but
Yeah.
let's call it reindeer.
And
Or-
it's
it's a
it's
deer.
from 1655, so it's actually not from the Viking era when the stave churches were built, but it was painted on the stave church later on, as happens a lot.
So this picture is from 1655.
I just said that.
Yeah, but see, it's a reindeer and it's the acanthus.
Yes.
This sums up the whole collection.
Yeah, so this and this equals this and this,
This.
which makes a lot of sense to everybody. Now, yeah, rain, and then we never mentioned the name of this one. It's actually not Thor, like the god, the Nordic god or whatever.
It's Tore.
It's Tore, which is also a Norwegian male name.
And female.
And
name.
female, yes.
So,
So unisex
this is another
name
unisex
For a
name.
unisex sweater.
So if you like, if your name is Tore, you can be like we have the neighbor. Her name was Tore, and she had these letters from the military. Like way back in time, they wanted to
Draft her.
draft her, but she wasn't a man; she was a woman.
Yeah.
So,
With a very unisex kind of name.
so that's cool.
Yeah, so this is the collection. These are the pieces. They are now available if you go to your Rowan stores. If you want to buy the patterns digitally, you can go to our website at arneandcarlos.com and download the patterns there as well. You can also buy the book. It's called New Nordic Unisex. I don't really know when it will be available in the stores, but it should be arriving soon. And yes, and the sizes are, there's a big number of sizes which cover both male and female bodies, which we think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any particular favorites, let us know. If you're unsure of the spelling of the names, go to our blog and you can pick up the names from there. I will write them down for you. And yeah, Arne, now all that is left are the lovely formalities that you love to talk about so much.
Oh yeah, I really love to talk about that. And I haven't talked about it for a while, so let's see what happens. So, first of all, if you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't, down. And
Hang on. Oops.
remember
Some
to
Alpaca Classic in your chin.
and remember to put on your notifications, because then you will have a message every time there's a new video out, and
You'll never miss an episode.
you never miss an episode. And if you subscribe, you really never miss an episode,
Yeah.
because that's when you get
No, you get the notification when you turn on the notification. But if you subscribe, you're part of the ARNE CARLOS family, and I promise you, it's fun.
yeah, and I'm so good at this.
Yeah.
Eh?
The best way to stay in touch with us is if you subscribe to our newsletter. You will find the subscription box as well on our website. And our website is www.arnecarlos.com. And that's Arne Carlos, so ARNECARLOS in one word, .com. So thank you so much for watching.
No, I think we have to stop. This is too warm.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to get out of these sweaters. Today we are enjoying a beautiful and warm Indian summer day. I think it's called Indian summer when the weather is, when the summer kind of gets prolonged.
I think
And
it is.
we're now in the end of summer and it is hot. So I can't wait to take this sweater off.
Okay.
So thank you so much for watching.
Bye. See you next
And we'll
time.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.